To conduct research on the topic of assisted ADC in connection with human bereavement, the methodology required stipulation. The qualitative method seemed most appropriate for researching this particular topic. Phenomenology is particularly suited to assist psychological research on topics involving human experiences and behavior. Of the different phenomenological lenses, the descriptive form proposed by Georgi in 2009 was employed. The theoretical population in this research displays the following characteristics: adult bereaved individuals located in the United States, primary language English, open to the experience. The accessible population are those bereaved individuals who not only meet these criteria, but have scheduled a reading with a medium or just received one. A criterion sampling strategy was employed. These criteria outline the characteristics a participant had to fulfill in order to take part in the study. A sampling strategy protocol was devised for this research, which ensured that the participants chosen for the research met the criteria and that ethical standards were complied with. At the onset, a minimum of 6 participants was set as a goal for data collection. In the end, a total of 7 participants were interviewed. Data collection took place through semi-structured interviews. The interviews were audio recorded on 2 separate devices. Both Skype and phone communication were used to collect data, which provided for the benefit of diversity in the sample tool. Also, the participants were able to take part from a location that they felt comfortable in and over which they had control, providing for richer and in-depth data. The analysis was conducted according to the descriptive phenomenological method proposed by Georgi in 2009. The transcriptions of the interviews were done manually to provide for a complete description of the individual experiences. Each transcript was reviewed for common themes and sectioned off into meaning units. These meaning units were reduced into innate characteristics of the experience. All reductions were combined into a formal structure for the essence of the phenomenon. All research is susceptible to vulnerability, but the attempt was made to minimize limiting conditions in the research design. Credibility may be described as confidence in the truth of the findings or belief in the idea that only the participants are able to judge the validity of the results. All participants were encouraged to add further information days after the interview took place, and some reviewed their interview transcript. Transferability intends to show that findings may be generalized or have applicability in other contexts. However, it was not the intent to generalize to other contexts or settings. Only the lived experience of assisted ADC from the perspective of the bereaved individual adult in the continental United States was explored. Dependability intends to show that findings are consistent and could be repeated. Within qualitative research, dependability may be enforced by consistently addressing all changes that occur in the constantly evolving context and setting, and how this in turn affects the research in form of reflection. Confirmability is the degree of neutrality or non-bias by the researcher. The researcher discussed possible biases or familiarity with the research topic through bracketing. Further, researcher reflection and expert opinion tried to limit the intrusion of bias. To limit the scope of the research, specific criteria regarding the theoretical population were stipulated. A further delimitation is the specification of the mediums providing the mediumship readings and the specification of the type of mediumship reading. The reading itself, along with the specific content and the accuracy of the information provided in the reading, were not examined. The information gathered on the experience of the phenomenon was reviewed in a non-judgmental stance regarding the constructivist nature of human experience. Again, no intent was made to prove or disprove survival theory or the methods employed by mediums who claim to communicate with the dead.